Mark Spellman.
Good afternoon, albeit an icy afternoon. Committee Chair Senator Lesser, Representative Gilchrist, and esteemed members of the Human Services Committee. I'm Mark Spellman. I'm a psychologist in private practice in New Fairfield, Connecticut, and I'm testifying on behalf of the Connecticut Psychological Association. I'm testifying in strong support of Senate Bill 87, particularly the provisions limiting clawbacks to 12 months and providing for a reasonable appeals process and a clear explanation for those clawbacks. Clawbacks are a major problem for Connecticut psychologists. A recent survey we've done, which I included in my written testimony, shows that over 68% of us have experienced clawbacks, representing 124 separate incidents, over half of which occurred more than 1 year ago. So this 1 year limit really means a lot to us. Clawbacks can be terribly frustrating. Often we don't get an explanation for the reason for the clawback. The appeals process is murky at best. And what usually ends up happening is we repay the clawback ourselves. Most of these clawbacks are for in-network patients who could not have afforded out-of-network care in the first place. It's not reasonable for us to expect to go back and ask them to pay a year or two later. Eventually, the frustration of clawbacks drives psychologists out of panels, which is extremely unfortunate. Many of us really want to serve our community. We're willing to accept panel rates, but we're not willing to accept over and over again having to repay money from clients that were covered, we thought, but then are not, and it just comes out of our next reimbursement. And eventually, that demoralization causes us to leave panels. It's not just us. This is also true for Connecticut social workers. A recent survey, which I also included in my testimony, shows that 30% of Connecticut social workers are leaving panels, or at least considering it, because of clawbacks. In my mind, clawbacks are an everybody lose situation. We want to serve the community. We want to serve our neighbors. But eventually, clawbacks drive us out of networks. Then Connecticut citizens lose because they lose access to mental health care. And even the insurance companies lose because research shows that patients who don't get needed mental health care ultimately have higher medical costs. Everybody loses. So I really hope that we can get this bill through. This is probably my fourth time back to the legislature advocating for reduced clawback time. And please protect our ability to serve our neighbors, Connecticut citizens' access to mental health care, and saving the insurance companies money in the long run. Please support Bill 87. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here and for your testimony today. We're going to go back to number 45.
Madam Chair, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's Representative Dathan. I couldn't get my hand up in time.
Sure.
Just a quick question for the clawbacks. Does Medicaid do clawbacks, or is this insurance only?
In our survey, we got very few, if any, reports of Medicaid clawbacks. I mean, of course, occasionally they happen, but they're very rare.
Okay, so
I've
it'd
never
probably
gotten one.
yeah, okay. I was just kind of curious because I have never heard of that. So I was a bit surprised when you were talking about clawbacks.
I never
Thank
got
you
one from Medicare. I never got one from Medicaid, but we get them.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for
Madam
your
Chair.
question.
Sorry. Sure, thanks.
Thank you very much.